Everybody, welcome, welcome. It is almost 4:20. Let's get ready here. I actually wanted to take the title and change it. Live right now, 420 chats. Let's do that. Welcome, welcome. We're having a casual hangout time right now. I'm going to turn on chats. So if you are watching on YouTube or Twitch, you're welcome to make a comment in the chats, and we will interact. This is an interactive one. I've been uploading a lot of quick live videos, just giving information, doing strain reviews, doing munchie reviews and stuff like that. I just wanted to come on today and just hang out for a little while. Happy 420. Happy 420. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, here we go. Happy 420, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm wearing my Seven Nations t-shirt today. If you don't know who Seven Nations is, Google them on YouTube. As a matter of fact, let's go see what we can find right now. It's an Irish band. I'm going to get in here, see if I can find Nations, enter. Here we are. Our day will come. Hold on. Skip ads. Pause. And I'm going to share this so you guys can watch too. We're going to pop on. And you guys, listen, I'm not trying to take anybody's, work. I'm only playing them because I adore them as a consumer. Like, I love their music. So we're going to take a look and share this and make this like a theater so you can see it better. It's called Seven Nations. Our day will come. Yeah, here we go. I just had to check the view. Nah, it was better the other way. This way. There we go. That's these guys. Seven Nations, and I hung out with they came over. I'm gonna say it was in Coral Gables. It was over on the West Coast. And they came to a public house. By this old Irish guy. say really quick here. I just want to interject here because I've been in a relationship with a sound tech for 15 years, and she used to like do sound for the Goo Goo Dolls before they were famous and stuff like that, but up in Buffalo. And I can't stand to hear unbalanced audio like that. Like his voice is really low. I can't hear him. And I know his voice. Like I love his voice, some of his work, like he has this uh what do you say? Resonance. How do you say that? Resonance. He has a resonance and vibration to his voice that like you feel it like when he sings. And so to hear his audio really low like that's extremely frustrating. Um I was gonna even think about some maybe changing it up a little bit here. Let's see. I'd rather not hear him with bad audio. Let's see what else. What can we review today? Our day will come. I wrote, look, I even caught my comments right there. JMO Jenna. Oh my God, I just drove 2 hours to see these guys. So worth it. Ay, that's funny. Anyway, I need to go back. Oh, from my search. This is what I want. What I don't want Seven Nation Army. I don't want Seven Nation Army. I want Seven Nations. What the heck? Where? And what's his name? Hold on a second. I need to find his name, right? Is it Jerry? It's not Jerry. No. No, I don't want to report it. Where's the... Oh my goodness. I'm not good at... What is going on? I want to go up. I don't want to report it. Why? Okay. Seven Nations. Search it. No, not Seven Nation Army. No. No. Hmm. Hmm. Well, you know what? I'm going to stop. That's not Seven Nations. I know. No. Okay. I'm looking how it's written on my shirt. It isn't Seven Nations. It's like this. Seven Nations. Enter. Seven Nations. That's what I'm looking for. Here we are. So let's just see. I'm trying to think of one that I know. But here we go. We'll just pick the first one. Oh, goodness.
Because 3 is better than 1.
That was shocking.
Share the
Sorry
Disney-
about that, guys. Let me pop back over here, too. This isn't really like a video. Like, I don't think that it's going to have any movement or motion or visual stuff. I need more cannabis, y'all.
Sometimes this place gets kind of empty. The sound of the breath fades with the light. I think about the loveless fascination under the Milky Way tonight. Lower the curtain loud and fast.
This is cool music. Like, I just dig it. It entertains my brain head. I don't know.
shimmering and white. Did you hear? Despite the destination, under the Milky Way tonight. Wish I knew what you were looking for. Wanna know what you would find.
Big dog.
Wish I knew what you were looking for. Wanna know what you would find. Yeah.
This is kind of crazy. I really dig the sound. It's like really entertaining for my brain. Like there's lots of things going on in the music, the melodies playing off of each other and stuff like that. And that's a lot of fun. But it's also like it also has this like sort of calming like folk ballad feel too. It's really cool. It's interesting. Like I like different kinds of music for different reasons. Like someone's like, why do you listen to angry music? I'm like, I listen to angry music when I'm feeling angry to get it out, like to express myself. Like I don't know, you feel it and kind of if you're in tune with the music that you're listening to or singing or what playing or whatever. Um it can be therapeutic spiritually, I think. I don't know. And entertaining. Like this is just fun too. It's just fun music, but it's not like heavy fun. It's like this calm, peaceful, light, lovely fun.
I knew something quite peculiar, something shimmering and white. Did you hear? Despite your destination, under the Milky Way tonight. Wish I knew what you were looking for. Wanna know what you would find. Wish I knew what you were looking for. Wanna know what you would find.
This is kind of chill fun, it's just like, but it's still a fast beat, right? It's still fast enough to like not make me go to sleep, but it's kind of cool. This is a hybrid, right? In cannabis terms. Nobody's chatting yet, but if you do want to chat, I can't put it up on the screen. So if you want to chat, let me know. Send me a chat and I'll pop it up on the screen.
Shimmering and white. Did you hear? Despite your destination, under the Milky Way tonight. Yeah.
And then you hear the pipes. Isn't it fun? So listen, here's my theory. I think that the bagpipes are actually like trad music's electric guitar, right? Like it's like jamming. When you hear the bagpipes, they're like wah, da, 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 da. And that's kind of like the guitar, you know. Yeah, it's fun. I love it. Anyway.
Under the Milky Way tonight.
else should we look at? Anybody have any suggestions? What do you want to hear?
I failed all of my classes in high school and ended up dropping out.
This is kind of cool. Just gonna chill with this. I like this. It's not anything in particular. I think I'm gonna talk about something. I don't know. I've been working a lot with theories on the way people think and working with helping people relax, right? Or helping people overcome their own barriers. I think that that's fascinating. One of those ways that has been considered controversial is through hypnosis. Some people think hypnosis is like mind control. And I guess in a way, I mean, if you're susceptible to mind control, then yeah, okay. But it's actually just about helping someone reach a mental place where they're open to suggestion and consideration of things in a whole new way, right? And so if you can get someone into a nice relaxed state and then help them realize they don't have the barriers that they think they have, it can be very empowering. I don't know, what do you think? So I've been working with tone of voice and intention, and it's actually really cool because it's been helping me slow down. It's crazy. It's like helping me manifest, and wild things are happening too. People are popping back up, and it's like, no, I wasn't calling you. I was just like, no. Goodness. Anyway, I also understand why it's really not a good idea to get into talking about a lot of the technical details. But thoughts are powerful. Thoughts allow you to manifest, right? That's how it works. Subtle thoughts. It's not the concentrated thoughts. It's not the consciousness that's like, I'm trying, wah, wah, wah. It's not like that. It's not magic. It's not, well, it is magic, but it's not what we think it is. Like, that's, of course, obviously, the biggest barrier is understanding what it is and what's what. Truth is really very simple. Like, it's more simple than you could ever imagine it being. The important part is that our human brain, the important thing to remember anyway, is that our human brains can't actually conceptualize the perfection of truth, or the perfect truth, and only perfect truth. We can conceptualize it, but we have to conceptualize it with a million bits of chaos and metaphors, and we have to try and make it understandable to others. And we think we do anyway. We really don't have to. When you know the truth, you can rest in it. It's a place of peace. It is heaven. I'm already in heaven. I've already gone. I've ascended, y'all. I'm just animating this body for fun. Just for experience and entertainment's sake, right? Can't talk about that too much or my stream will go down. Oh, goodness. So some of the strains we've reviewed so far have been Brick House, Silicon Valley OG, galactic candy, strawberry haze. I do have some more strain reviews coming up. I'm going to do Bubba Kush and Wookie Girl. I'm going to do some of the Durbans. I've got like Durban Funk and Durban Dog. I'm going to do Star Dog. I'm going to do... I did Galactic Candy. So that's... And Jelly Bean's very similar. It's got a very similar profile. Although I think that Yellow Brick Road is a little more buzzy than Brick House. They're just brother and sister plants, basically. They're two varieties that are slightly different. They come from the same parents. That's all. And that was Yellow Brick Road and Brick House. They both come from, oh my gosh, I want to say Silver Train Haze and OG Kush, I think. Anyway. Anytime you do buy a product, if you are chilling and exploring the dispensaries in Florida and trying to get your meds right, and if you have any questions about that, give me a chat. Drop it in the chat, and I will answer you right away. We'll figure it in. If I don't know the answer, we'll find it, and I'll show you how to find it. But I need to branch out a little bit. You guys need to send some donations to $ Master Michelle on the Cash App if you'd like. I have to explore a little bit more. Honestly, Grow Healthy has had the best flour and products, and they've made it accessible for me with my limited budget to actually explore, know what I'm getting. They make it really easy. When you go on their website and you look up I can pull up the specific test that this batch of this strain, like this actual container, was sitting in the pallet of the batch or whatever, in the case or whatever it was, and they sampled, they took a random sample from this and tested it from that batch and tested it. So this is the same production cycle, the same methods, everything. Anyway, you just type in numbers on the canistry, go online. You can literally do the code thing, and it'll take you on your phone to the place where you just type the little numbers in right there. There's tiny, tiny little numbers, which they've since made bigger. This is an older canister. They did make that bigger, so that's easy to read now. It's easier to read now. But you type in that 6-digit number, and for other dispensaries, it might be different. If they have batch testing results you can pull up, these are third-party tests, so it's a different company completely, and everything is spot checked and randomly audited, and there's so many loopholes these companies have to jump through in Florida that I trusted, and I'm skeptical of. I don't even eat processed foods. I'm so skeptical of chemicals and crap and bad processing projects and stuff, programs and methods. But I trust Grow Healthy. I trust Grow Healthy. I trust that I can walk into Grow Healthy in any product. If I have any sort of adverse reaction to anything Grow Healthy has, it's going to be because my body physically had an adverse reaction to a specific terpene, or it's not going to be how they process it. It's not going to be the vape cartridges, because all of their products are high quality. And for the quality that it is, you would think the prices would be way higher. Like, I know of another dispensary, and I'm not going to name names with the negative stuff, but I know of another dispensary that's really expensive, and they have their stuff has high terpenes, so like it has high scent molecules, but other components aren't as high. It's very lacking, right, in some ways, and their products are like way higher than they should be. And I'm thinking Grow Healthy should have prices like this other dispensary. And I'm not talking about really probably any of them that are very commonly well known. I'm not talking about Vitacan. I'm not talking about what is it called? Sunnyside. I'm not talking about It's not Certera. Like it's probably one you wouldn't even think about, to be honest. Yeah. But they're very, and the other thing about this particular dispensary that I'm not going to negatively bash by name is that they'll take strains that are commonly known, they'll take names of strains that are commonly well known, and they'll completely rename them with it's like they created something completely new, when if you make a name that's kind of gives people an idea of what two strains this new plant came from, they kind of have an idea if they're going to like it or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier, it's less confusing. And then when they get into mixing and crossbreeding, cross strains, crossing the cultivars that they've renamed, you get totally lost. It's like, okay, wait, I don't even know. It's like they'll call it Boomba, and it's actually like the old Bruce Banner, or and it's like there's no association. Like, how am I gonna? I don't know. Like, where if they called it the Hulk something, or you know what I mean, I would kind of have an idea. Like, oh, Bruce Banner, the Hulk. So like, I don't know if there was some association, but I can't see the association with their new strain names, the new variety names they use. I'd love to work for them and rename their strains for them, because I think I'd be really great at that. I think people would buy the stuff more because they'd have more familiarity with it. But somebody was getting a little too creative, too new, and now people are like, what is that? There's no recognition, Anyway. Most of the dispensaries are going to have some sort of discount program. They're going to have sales if you are on a tight budget and need meds. And be careful. Just like check out the reviews. Honestly, look around and see. And if you have questions if you have dispensaries in your area that I haven't talked about, say you only have a couple of choices, I can give you ideas. If you let me know what those are, I can give you ideas of which ones might work best for you based on what they have. I talk about Grow Healthy all the time because I'm old school flower girl first. Like, that's my priority. Is I love a good, clean grown, healthy flower, and I think they all have to start there. But if we're talking about like concentrates, for example, I'm going to give you other dispensaries. Grow Healthy has nice concentrates. They have nice distillates. They have RSO, which are strain specific. But like, if you want a wide variety of 1 gram distillate, I would say go to Vitacan. Their products are amazing. Terpene profiles are beautiful. You can smell and taste all of the things you're supposed to smell and taste. It's clean. They're effective. Their testing is true, like everything I've experienced. And their vape cartridges are high quality. You can go to Vitacan and get a $4 vape cartridge and get a really nice high quality distillate and use that very economically. It's a little more work. You have to fill your cartridge. You have to get a 510 battery to go with it, which isn't that expensive, $15 maybe. You're not going to pay more than $20 for a good 510 battery, I don't think. Like, yeah, and it comes with a little charger and everything, so it's reusable. So it's like a skinny, like the vape sticks, like a cigarette sized, and you push the button and you can set it low so that it releases the nice terpenes, set it at the right range. Depending on the battery, that's not in the cartridge, it's in the battery. Anyway, for the 510s, if you were more into dabbing or using shatters and crumbles and stuff like that, I would actually recommend Move has some nice sales on, and they have nice crumbles and concentrates. I do need to explore that a little bit more. I've mostly been working on my own health in the last year, making sure that I have all the details and I understand everything about it from a conceptual place. I've received a lot more information over the last couple of years in experience because I've actually been able to take the products with the test results and the terpene profile percentages, even like it's down to like 0.05% of this particular scent molecule and how they combine, and understanding how I'm affected personally by those, which gives me a pretty good insight into how they can affect people, right? It's been easier to help other people figure out their right dosages and right combinations, right meds and stuff than it's been to figure my own out. Just because you have to be objective, and you have to make sure that what you're experiencing isn't from something else. You know what I mean? Like, if I get up every day and I take a multivitamin, which I don't, I get my nutrients from my foods, but if I got up every morning, I took a multivitamin, and then I started trying a new strain and just happened to stop taking that multivitamin, I might not feel as good because, or whatever, like it could be something else. Like it could be something I ate for dinner, preservatives, and something I ate that can affect the little, nuances of how different strains make you feel. Understanding terpenes is kind of key, and I'm gonna do like a very specific breakdown and make it super simple. But actually, terpenes, the easiest way, we say terpenes and everybody goes like, you kind of glaze over like what and you keep listening, but there's a little part of your brain that's still stuck back there on terpenes, and it's rolling around on terpenes because it really didn't get a picture of what that meant. What is a terpene? Like when you say terpene, do you get a picture in your head? Let me give you a picture. Terpenes are like little oil bubbles, they're scent molecules. So it's the size of this little tiny microscopic bubble of oil, right? And some of them evaporate into the air fairly quickly, which is why when you open a canister of cannabis, you can smell flowery smells or fruity smells or whatever, because those particular scent molecules evaporate at a lower temperature. So in 70 degrees, 80 degrees, whatever, they may be putting off some of those scents. And that's why you get a certain smell when you smell it, but then when you burn it or when you vaporize it at different temperatures, it tastes a little bit different. You might get stronger scents, aromas from it, which aroma is basically the foundation of taste. So you have aroma, and then you have the senses on your tongue: bitter, sweet, sour, salty. So all of the aroma part of it is in your nose, and there are like little tiny nerves up in your sinuses and your nerves that have a freaking direct connect right to your brain. It's crazy, which is why aromatherapy has been used for ages. I mean, I've been using it for 25 years to help people heal, along with other, like with massage therapy, with energy work, with hypnosis, things like that. Certain scents can stimulate or evoke emotional reaction, which can be calming, relaxing, even, talking about a smell. If I say, hey, have you ever been around anybody that was hurt really bad? Have you ever smelled human blood, like from an injury? That's a pretty traumatic smell. Like it can trigger like not good feelings, but you don't want to hide those, though. You want to find them, and you want to understand that that's a trigger, right? We don't want to be weakened by our triggers. We want to strengthen against them so that they don't control us. I don't know where we forgot about that. Somewhere along the way, I think we forgot. Hey, it's bowl time. What do you think? If you're watching, let's pack. Pack up. Pack it up. actually today's musings, and I'm not reviewing this right now. It is a review that's going to come up soon. This is more of an indica dominant strain, so it's more of a relaxing, chill strain, and it's called Emerald City Kush, and it's by Grow Healthy in Florida. Again, I am a mad fan for the ground flower that they have, because it's just luscious. Like, I've gotten the same buds. Don't get me wrong, they're nice because you've got all those trichomes protected inside the buds. But I mean, for a poor person, you can't beat it. I'm just saying, you smell all the terpenes, you get that full effect. I can't complain at all. What the ground flower did for me was it gave me the financial ability to try different strains. So I'm not, like, if it works for me, I have enough of it to try it for a good week and see how I feel, see how my production is, and see how my sleep at night is. How does it affect me? What is it doing? How is it, and I can play around with it for long enough that I really know that that's the strain and that's the effect that it has for me. It gave me the affordability to do that. So I've spent the last year kind of working with those strains and True Leaf strains and testing and how easy they make it. Not True Leaf. Did I say? I'm sorry. I said True Leaf. My son works for True Leaf. And so we've been talking about True Leaf, details of interesting things about True Leaf and their strains and stuff. We've been discussing that. Grow Healthy makes it really easy to find the terpenes. Like, literally, when you go to their website and you click on a product, if you just scroll down, it shows you the terpenes, their effects, what they smell and taste like. So it makes it really easy to understand which terpenes are affecting you in which ways. And then later, if you're looking for a new strain that you've never seen before, you don't recognize the name as connected to any strains you really know, you can scroll down and see what terpenes it has. It's really nice. The way that Grow Healthy has their website set up made it really easy to figure out how to medicate myself properly. Now I can look at other strains from other dispensaries if there's a sale or something like that, and I do really need to step outside of my box. I tend to get comfortable in one place, and I really do need to get out there and look at the dispensaries more than in just what are some good points? You know what I mean? Like, if I know somebody who really likes to vape and they want to be able to have, an economical way to do that, I'm going to send them probably to Vitacan. They have do it yourself, you can make it really easy. Now I need to go and take a look at some of their other products so that I know the other strengths for that dispensary as well. Quick and easy, run in and out. You can probably find one anywhere. Is True Leaf, I'm gonna say. And there are also processing methods that I understand about different dispensaries that aren't really out there as public knowledge. But one good question to ask when you go into any dispensary is, do you hand trim or do you mechanically trim? And all of them have some part of the process where they'll say, oh, we hand trim. Well, is that what products are hand trimmed? That's going to be, in a lot of dispensaries, that's going to be only the very expensive top of the line cultivar series or master grower series. It's going to be some specialty product that is expensive, and they're going to hand trim the best buds and package a lot of that up and get it out as the top tier, the most expensive tier of product, right? that same flower, those same plants will produce middle-sized buds, smaller buds, and then little tiny popcorn buds, right? They're also going to produce, they'll probably make concentrates from it. They'll make tinctures and edibles and things from the concentrates, right? Creams and ointments, whatever the products they make. But basically, they're taking that same plant and they're breaking it down in different tiers. And so, being poor and liking flour, the cheapest, the least expensive way to acquire that is in the ground flower. But again, like I said, be careful. Not all dispensaries are the same. Not all dispensaries' ground flower is going to be full flower, right? It's going to probably be some of the leftovers and, maybe some of the stuff that's been harvested from trichomes already. It's kind of it's the bottom of the barrel stuff, to be honest. But in my personal opinion, Grow Healthy's bottom of the barrel is pretty high up there as far as flower is concerned. I think that the most I'm trying to think of I can't really I want to say nice things about everybody, right? Sunnyside, which used to be one plant and still sells one plant flower and things like that, but now the dispensary is called Sunnyside. Sunnyside has really nice terpene profiles for sure. Again, a little, I haven't been able to explore as many options at Sunnyside besides maybe some pre-rolls. I have tried Sunnyside's ground flower. And as ground flower goes, because it's very inexpensive, 7 grams for like $60, but for flower, it would be great for it's great for if you're going to make concentrates, make RSO or something like that. The thing I've found about it is it's so finely ground, it's like powder. Now, and it's not because it's dry. I'm not saying it's crumbly and powdery. It's just that their grind is so fine. It's so fine that, like, if you try to roll a joint with it, you can very easily, even somebody that has 25 years experience rolling joints, you can very easily end up with really hard packed areas and then fluffy, too loose areas with cannabis that's ground too small. If you're smoking a joint and your cherry keeps falling off, the embers keep falling off the joint, or before you even light it, if it's all falling out, like if it's powdery falling out, then your grind is too small. And that's what happened. This is fine for packing a bowl. Again, like, I'm all about the ease. And if I can take my piece, this one's packed already, but if I can take my glass piece and just stick it inside and kind of roll it around a little bit and pack a bowl, I'm down. So for that, it's fine. It works, especially if you're using a screen or something like that. Now, this particular glass piece has a larger hole at the bottom of the bowl, and so if I use this powdery, this smaller ground flour, it just comes right through. So this is really good if you want to make RSO, if you want to actually use the plant material to press or to in a tea or something like that. This is fine for packing bowls. I wouldn't recommend the leftovers, is what it's called, leftovers from Sunnyside, for joint rolling. And they're really pretty hard to get evenly packed nicely into even a cone paper. So I would reserve that for bowls, smaller bowls, and if you're using a screen with it. So just my opinion. The thing about True Leaf ground flower is that, and I think it's honestly, I'm going to call True Leaf out. I think everyone in the cannabis business is doing a great job helping get rid of the stigma associated with cannabis. But come on, True Leave, I'm gonna shake my finger at you for a minute because you tricked me even, and I don't think that that's cool. Like, as a consumer, I'm kind of pissed that I got tricked. But what happened was I picked up a container, and where it says, it says on the container, it's, oh, I know exactly what it was. It said Jackhammer. And I'm like, what? Jackhammer? And underneath the name Jackhammer, it says Jack Harrer or Harar, however you say it, Harrer, Jack Harrer, and then an X, and then 9-pound hammer. And I'm like, oh my God, I love Jack Harrer and I love 9-pound hammer. This strain's going to be great, right? It's not a new strain. Now listen, if they put a plus sign between those two words, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be upset with it. But in the cannabis industry, when you put an X between the two, like an X, the letter like is the small letter X, and you put an X between the two strain names, that means those are cultivars, those are parent plants, and that new name right above it is an offspring of the two. It's a new plant, a new variety of cannabis, and that's not true. That 9-pound or that jackhammer, as it was called, was ground up Jack Harrer, whatever, and ground up 9-pound hammer mixed together. And they're selling me confetti like potpourri weed. It's not, like it's not one strain, which is fine. But look, put a plus or, a blend. Call it a blend. Don't make it look like a new strain. That was tricky and that was uncool. Just gonna say that. I think True Leaf, I have enjoyed. They have a maple milk chocolate bar that is freaking amazing. It's so good. Like maple and chocolate. You really don't think, I didn't think those two, but that's so good. It really is good. Definitely. And I hear there's a strain called Black Tuna that they have that is to die for. I haven't been able to afford it, to be honest. And listen, dispensaries, here's the thing about pricing. If you make it so that I have to spend $100 to get a deal, I don't have that much money. I don't have that much money. So if you give a deal like, oh, you get $50 off if you spend $150 or more, I have to spend $100 to be able to get that discount. So you're not getting my business because I haven't had that much money at one point to actually be able to buy like that very often, right? But if you make it so that there's a discount, say a percentage discount, and if you want to say and this is just a customer viewpoint, this is just a patient viewpoint, right? If I go in somewhere and it's okay, like Publix, for example, if I go in and it says 3 for $10, right? And I only buy one, I still get the discount, the percentage of discount that it would have been if I bought all 3. Now, they don't tell you that when you go in, but if you're poor and broke like me, you look for things like that. Like, do I have to buy all 3 to get $1 off? Like, to get the discount? Can I get a good deal on just one, or does it have to be 3? And some stores, like some grocery stores, say it has to be all 3, and then maybe it depends on how it's worded. So in other words, if it's buy one, get one free, you can't go up and get 50% off of one of them. But if it's 3 for $5, you buy only one, you pay a third of $5, right? Like, you don't pay it the full price. It just depends. So you have to check and see. And so in other words, if I can go into the shop and say a particular strain that I know is going to work for me as a medication has a 35% off discount, I'm going to be excited and I'm going to be like, yes, I can spend money. I'm not trying to be cheap. I have to be careful. I don't have an income. I don't have I've worked for donations like for 18 years. People have just things have happened. I've not really made any money. Look at my bank records. I never have more than like $100 in the bank at any time. So yeah, it's not. What I do is not to be greedy. It's because I can't afford it. And so if you only have deals for me where I have to come in and bring $100 in order to save $50, that's a great deal. That's a good savings, but I might not have that much at one time to be able to spend. Where if I can go in and check what you have on sale, like do you have a rotating stock where these things maybe have been out for a while. I know you don't want to give a discount on the new hype products, right? But once they've been out for a while and it's kind of cycled down and they've like last chance, can I have access to some of that too, as a patient who might be struggling financially? Just putting it out there as a broad perspective. I see all kinds of viewpoints. Listen, I also see viewpoints where those master strains and master cultivar, new and exciting. There's a market for that. There are people who can afford and who want to participate. And I would love to have the donations flowing that I could just go purchase whatever strain, the newest, latest. I'd probably get a little more attention because I'd be reviewing the hot new strains instead of the old classic standbys, right? Or the leftovers from the new cultivars. Anyway, fun times. Stay tuned for strain reviews. Munchies. What kind of munchies do you like? Do you like sweet? Do you like salty? What do you like? Ice creams and cold stuff? Do you want both together? I prefer like the salty and sweet combo. I'm gonna have like ice cream and some potato chips on the side. So I give a bite of a couple of bites of potato chips to get the salty, like savory taste in my mouth, and then I have a bite of the sweet, and then it's like the sweet's so much more sweet, and the savory and salty are so much more savory and salty. I'm drooling on myself. The contrasts, right? Contrast is fun. Anyway, I'm gonna take off for here shortly. I'm gonna take off in a minute. Just wanted to kind of wrap up. Remind everybody, you guys you're a spiritual being having a physical experience. Don't forget that that's the case. Don't let people get you down. Stay strong. Do you? And listen, hey, take Jesus's advice when he was talking to Thomas in the secret conversations, right? The disciples asked Jesus, how do we eat? How do we pray? What kind of charity do we do? And Jesus said, do not lie and do not do what you hate, for all things are simple in the eyes of heaven. All things are plain in the sight of heaven. So don't lie and don't do what you hate. Be genuine, be true. That vulnerability you're scared of sharing, it's what connects us all. So, peace, love, have a great day.